Hey my lovely YouTubers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl, Morgan Tracy J, coming today with another morning coffee, guys. So I'm so excited you're here. But first, boo, if you are new here, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and join the YouTube family. And don't forget, turn that notification bell on. And hey, if you have been here for a long time and you're one of my fellow subscribers, I want to encourage you that if this message blesses you, you share it with one of your girlfriends. Well, guys, today we are talking all about how to show up for your dreams. So I'm gonna take a sip and we're gonna get into the video. Okay, the very first thing to show up for your dreams is you've got to get out of your own way. I know this is something we've heard all the time, but I need you to acknowledge the areas in your life where you're actually standing in the way. So for example, for myself, I have seen times in my life where I will not send the email, I will not make the call, I will not reach out. In all of these things, I will be standing in my very own way. You know, I want to tell you something, guys, is recently, if you've noticed, a lot of my lookbooks have been through Shein, a lot of my fashion videos. And truly, Shein did not reach out to me. But I had kept thinking, you should reach out, you should reach out, you should just see if they say yes. You know, you should see. And guess what? I would not do it, okay? I was standing in my own way, about my own fears and my own thoughts. No, it's going to be hard. They might not like your style. They might not like you put a modest spin, blah, blah, blah. I thought about all the things that could go wrong, right? So the first thing I want to tell you is to send the email, ask the person, reach out to the people, because guess what? When I reached out, they said, of course. And so I realized that I was holding myself back. And I want you to quit holding yourself back, to get out of your own way and show up for your dreams every single day. I want to encourage you that these thoughts that you're having to do, stop thinking about everything that you've got to do in between and just get up and do it. If you're like, oh, I need to record a video, sit there and start walking through it. And as you're walking through it, go ahead and start putting things in place. Or go ahead, put the coffee down, clean up that area. I want to tell you to just do the things that you need to do because you're holding yourself back when you don't. I want to tell you many blessings are on the other side of these ideas that we think are mundane or like, oh, I should call them. I should text that person, right? I do that too, guys. So I'm not beating you up over that, but I want to tell you the first thing is get out of your own way. The second thing is get past the what ifs. Boo, there are so many what ifs every day when we're going for our dreams. What if someone laughs? What if our family don't like it? What if someone thinks I'm crazy? All these things. I went through that, especially in the beginning. I was 24, 25 years old, living at home with my parents, no money, working every day on this YouTube channel ministry thing, and no one really understood it. I had no money to show. They were paying my bills and I had nothing, truly, guys. And I want to tell you, you got to get past the thoughts of people. And truly, if I let thoughts of what other people were saying, or, oh, I'm behind in life, I'm a late bloomer, if I let all that get stuck in my mind, I would not be producing what I'm producing today. I want you to get to a place that you get past the what ifs and you get focused on what is. What is that God is moving in your life. What is that God has anointed you. What is that God has called you. What is that God has set you apart. What is that God has given you a gift. What is that God has called you. What is that God is leading you and guiding you. What is that even when you're afraid and you're uncertain and you're doubtful, God is still in the midst of it. I want you to get past the what ifs and know what is. Stand on the truth that you know. And when you get caught up in the what if, stand on what is. Say, hey, what if I fail? But what I know right now is that God has brought me this far. So he's going to take me even further. You know, what if that idea that I'm trying to launch, no one purchases it, no one sees it, no one buys it? What if that happens? But you know what? What I do know right now, what is present, what is known right now, is that God gave me the idea. And so I'm going to try it. And even if it doesn't flourish, it doesn't mean that I fail. It just means that this wasn't the thing. And that's okay, because I'm learning as I go. I want you to get past the what ifs and get focused on what is. Tip number 3, guys, is no one is going to hand you your dreams. I know this may sound odd and this may sound difficult. You're thinking, oh, well, I thought if I just somebody, no, not even Jesus. Jesus is not just going to hand you your dreams. Jesus gives you a purpose, which means is why you're living on this earth. And then you get a vision, which is the imagination or the way you see it, the idea on how it's going to come to pass. This is what you're thinking. However, it is up to you because no one is going to just put that in your lap. I want to tell you that you got to realize that if you're wanting a dream boutique, if you're wanting to do this dream mentor program, if you're wanting to do this dream nonprofit, this dream business, whatever, this dream entrepreneurship, no one is going to hand it to you, boo. You got to say that to yourself. No one is handing me this. God has given me purpose. God has given me the vision, but I've got to walk towards it. And since no one is going to just put it in my lap, I've got to start moving. Right? I've got to start working. I got to start plowing my field. I got to start getting my heart and mind together now so that I can walk ahead what God has for me, right? I can walk into that blessing. I can walk into it. So I need you to realize and understand and remind yourself when you start thinking on, I'm not going to do this. I don't feel like doing this today. When is it going to come to pass? No one is handing it to you. If God gave you purpose and God gave you the vision, He has given you what you need because His grace is sufficient for you. His grace is going to get you through it. You're going to get through it in His grace. And so don't think about how is this going to get paid and how is this going to work out. Trust me, I run ministry. There's been many times I was like, God, you told me so-and-so was going to do this and I'm going to do this for them. How am I going to do it? And guess what? It's not about how you're going to do it. It's trusting God that He is going to do it. God will give you the vision and the purpose, but you have to work towards that. No one is going to hand it to you. No one is going to lay your dream business, your dream goal, your dream vision in your lap. You have to go and pursue that thing. You have to trust God. You have to have faith. And so that is my tip for number 3, is no one is going to hand it to you. Okay? And I know we all wish they would, but I want to tell you the thing that you work for and the thing you put time and prayer and faith and the thing you went through the valley for, the thing you lost sleep over, the thing you left relationships over, the thing you left jobs over, I want to tell you is going to reap an amazing reward. And it might be the harder path. It might look like the unknown path. It might not be the path everyone will take, but it's going to be a path that blesses your life. Okay? And so I want you to get caught up on that and saying, you know what, no matter what is going through my mind today, no matter the struggles of today, guess what? God is guiding me. He is leading me because no one else is going to hand me this thing. I've got to work towards it. And I've got to pray and I've got to build myself up to be the person to receive the blessing. Tip number 4, guys, I want to tell you is walk boldly every day towards your dream. This right here may sound like something very physical, but it's something that really helps me. Even years ago when I just started, I would wear clothes that I felt like the version of Morgan would wear. Even if I did not have the clothes and I did not have the money, I would play around with my clothes and I would wear blazers and I would wear things that kind of stimulated that better version of myself wearing. I walked boldly every day. I showed up for my dream every day, even in my attire, you know, and it wasn't like all day, every day, but when I was coming on camera, when I was writing my blogs, I would dress up, you know, and that even inspired one of my exes because he would see me every day working, but I would dress up just to work in the house. I would dress up just to work on a blog. I would dress up just to record a video. You know, I wanted to see myself confidently and I wanted to feel bold about what I was doing. And so I would do that. And I want to encourage you, show up for your dream every day. If your hair in your dream is like, oh, a different way, if it's like brushed down, if it's got a sleek pony, whatever, do your hair that way that day. If you got like in your vision, you might be wearing a blazer, girl. I used to always see myself wearing blazers and things. That's why I wear so many of these things. But while I was seeing that, guess what? I would go to thrift stores and a lot of the blazers you probably see in the beginning of my videos, even blazers still in my closet, are from thrift stores. I would buy these different color blazers and I would wear them in my videos because that to me pulled on that better version. And last but not least, guys, tip number 5 is you have to have faith. You know, this is not, and I'm not saying faith in yourself. I'm not saying just faith in this dream. I'm not saying just faith in your abilities. I mean, faith in God. You have to have faith that God not only has shown you the vision, but the promise will come to pass. You have to have faith that everything God has said is yours. You have to have faith that no matter how long the vision will tarry, no matter how long the thing takes to come, you will keep pursuing after God and believing that God will bring the thing He has promised you. I want to tell you, you are going to get weary. It's going to be hard sometimes, but you do not want to lose faith. You do not want to look up and 3-4 years have passed and that idea you have not tapped into, that vision and that purpose you're still letting linger in the back of your life. I want to tell you, don't waste your days, daughters of God. It says in the word that we should come to God young in our youth. You want to come to God in your youth. You want to come to Him now because He's got so much riches in His storehouse for you, daughters of God. I'm not just talking money. I'm not just talking physicality. practicality things. I'm talking spiritual things, wisdom, understanding, knowledge, gifts in the spirit. God has so much more for you. And I want you to get it in your soul and life that your tip number 5 is the biggest tip I could leave you with. And if you made it this far in the video, boo, God has got a word for you. It is right now that you want to get your faith so firm in God, because as your faith grows in God, everything else in your life begins to prosper. I am telling you this right now. As I built my faith in God, other things began to prosper. Now I want to tell you, in the beginning stage, as I began to walk with God, things that were no longer good for my life began to fall to the wayside, began to get rid of relationships, friendships, desires, ungodly things, unforgiveness. God had to work with Morgan. He still is working on Morgan. But I want to tell you today, as you began to grow with faith, I always said, as I began to grow in faith, my YouTube grew, my ministry grew, my wisdom grew. Things began to grow in my life. I began to see a prosperous journey. And I want to tell you, things will not be perfect, but in God's grace, things will be sufficient. Things will be good. Things will be holy. Things will be righteous. Things will have favor upon them. I want to tell you, you'll wake up every day expecting something amazing in God to happen in your life. And it could be little as a God nudge. It could be somebody saying hi and something really nice to you, complimenting you in any way. I want to tell you, God will nudge and wink and give you all these things, guys. I'm trying to tell you, but you've got to build your faith in Him. If you want to show up for your dreams every day, it starts with your faith in God. So if you made it this far, I pray that you are blessed and that you're encouraged to show up for your dreams every single day. Well, ladies, thank you so much for watching this YouTube video. I pray that it not only encouraged you, but blessed you deep in your spirit, that you will go out there and you will show up for your dreams. If you enjoyed this message, make sure you share it with one of your girlfriends, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Love you so much.